What's up everyone, back for another Whodunit Beer review, and today I am going to be reviewing the third and final Whodunit Beer, courtesy of the guys over at Nerdsense, Shaun and Mike, so thank you very much guys, you know I appreciate it. In the description box I will post a link to not only Nerdsense's channel, but the beer mail unboxing video I did of all the goodies they sent my way. And if you haven't checked out Nerdsense's channel, I said it once, and I'll say it again, go over there, check it out. They have such a chill and relaxed vibe to all their content. And on top of that, they are great guys and they get their hands on some amazing beer. So go over there and say hi. They deserve way more subs. So as far as the Whodunit beers they sent my way, I've already reviewed the first two. And the first one I did a pretty good job on. Didn't hit the nail on the head, but I was happy with how I did. And the second one I pretty much 100%ed. I don't know. It was close. Outside of just guessing the beer exactly, I don't think I could have done much better. So I'm on cloud 9 right now, so it's time to come crashing back down to earth. I hope I do just as well as the last one, but probably not. We'll see. So if this is the first time you've checked out a Whodunit beer review, more or less it's blind beer review. Somebody will wrap up and conceal a beer like this one, and then they will either send or give me a said beer, and I will review it like any other beer on my channel, but I don't know what it is. So at the end of the review, I will try to guess the style, the ABV, and if I'm feeling confident enough, the actual beer itself. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is basically the exact same as mystery beer reviews, which are all the rage now. The godfather of mystery beers, Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews, started the mystery beer craze, and I want to give a shout out to him because this is a lot of fun. I would say these are probably more enjoyable for me personally than regular beer reviews because you just never know what you're drinking and it tests your palate. And so many times I call my palate stupid, which it is most of the time, but sometimes I get a bit lucky. Anyway, 16-ounce can. The first beer I did was a 16-ounce can. The last one was a 12-ounce can. So we're back to the 16-ounce tall boys. So what do we got here? Do we have a New England style IPA? Do we have a fruited sour? Do we have a pastry stout? Or do we have something completely different? I don't know. We're going to find out right now. So it looks like a darker beer. Let's crack this open and get it in a glass. Okay. So, yeah, definitely in the stout or porter realm. Poured out this really deep, murky brown color. It's probably going to come off pitch black on camera, but yeah, definitely murky brown. Has about a, well, now it's just a thin film of a straight up brown colored head. It looked kind of creamy before it dissipated. So yeah, anyway, it looks like some kind of imperial porter, imperial brown, something like that. Okay, there's definitely adjuncts in here. I'm getting what seems to be some kind of pepper. That, or it's like a, it smells like it is a bit spicy, but it could be coffee that maybe has faded into like a green pepper. Yeah, definitely a big sweetness too. Vanilla, maple, chocolate. Yeah, right now I'm saying there has to be a pepper in here. There has to be some kind of hot pepper, like a habanero, or at the very least like a jalapeno or something. I'm not really picking up on any kind of like barrel characteristic, although there is like kind of like an oak tannin vibe to it, but not really. Yeah, so a lot of chocolate, a lot of like deeper caramel, a little bit of roasted malt. Definitely a pepper character in my opinion. Could be some vanilla in there too, some kind of maple syrup sweetness. It smells like a sweet, this honestly smells in the realm of like a Mexican hot chocolate stout. And I would say this is, based on the look, maybe it has some pretty decent alcohol legs, so probably higher in ABV. So yeah, I don't know, Imperial Mexican hot chocolate stout, maybe. I don't know, let's get into it. Cheers everybody. Thanks again, Shaun and Mike. I do appreciate it. I have no idea what this is. All right, first off, based on the body, I'm going to peg this sub 7% because it is quite thin. It is like lower side of medium body, higher side of light body. I don't know, is it? Yeah, it's coming off really thin to me. I don't know. Whew. Let me pour the rest of this. I rarely do this early, but let me pour the rest. Now this is basically cellar temp, probably like 60 degrees right now. So for a beer like this, I'd imagine I'm in the realm of where I should be. Yeah, it's drinking way thinner than I anticipated. It's like a higher side of light body, lower side of medium body. It's smooth and very soft. It does have some carbonation there. Well, a decent amount of carbonation. It's not creamy or anything. I don't think there's any lactose in here. I don't think there's any vanilla. You know what? I may have been... I think that pepper character I was getting might be actually cinnamon because it has like a spiciness to it. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. This is one of the first Whodunit beers where I can safely say this is all over the place. First off, there is some chocolate, lighter chocolate notes, like a cocoa powder. There's a little bit of like a roasted malt character. I don't think there's any peppers in here. If so, I feel like I would be getting some kind of spiciness in the back end. I feel like there's cinnamon in here or some kind of other spice, but I do feel like cinnamon's in here. I would not be surprised if there's some other kind of adjunct sweetness like a maple syrup or like cacao nibs or something. Yeah, I'm at a loss for this one. This is drinking, if this ends up being like 10+%, this is drinking like something that is way thinner than that. I'm gonna go 7% porter. You know, fuck that. I'm just gonna go with what I think and not try to play a game. I'm gonna go with a 6.2% porter. I think there's cinnamon in here. Would not be surprised if there is like maple or cacao nibs or even vanilla. It definitely feels like there's adjuncts in here, but 6.2% porter. If this is like 9 or 10%, kudos to them on hiding the alcohol, but also terrible body on this one if it's higher. So, like I said, to refresh, you know, just lock in my guess here, 6.2% porter, and we're gonna go with some kind of adjuncts. I'm gonna go cinnamon, and we'll go cocoa nibs and cinnamon. That's where we're gonna stay with this one. Let's see how fucking wrong I am. This is gonna be a mess. This is gonna be probably one of the worst that I've ever done, because I feel like this is probably going to be like some imperial stout that's like 10-11%, but the body on this one for me is just super thin. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not happy about it. Let me see what it is first. Oh, it's PM Dawn. So I didn't rate it. I would have gave this like a 4. I like it, but it's not great. So yeah, nice. And there is cacao. So what do we got on the, what did I say, 6? So this is why I like doing Whodunit beers. So this is PM Dawn, which is their American stout with cold brew coffee with cocoa nibs in here. So I really didn't pick up on any coffee, honestly. I was getting cinnamon. I told you there might be cocoa nibs in here. That's why I went with cocoa nibs, cinnamon, and you know, I called it a porter. 6.2%, it's 9. I was off by 2.8%. As far as the cocoa nibs, definitely get a chocolate vibe to this one. The coffee, when I said green pepper, maybe that coffee, this is not an old can. I'd guarantee this is quite fresh. 12, 10, 18. So you're looking at just over 2 months old. Yeah, that coffee honestly came off as a cinnamon vibe to my palate. So I pretty much did a terrible job with this one. But I will say, kudos to them. I said if this was 9 or 10%, kudos to them. But this body, honestly, for me, drinking it right now, this body is like lower side of medium body. At 9%, and that's the first thing that kind of made me think just a porter at 6.2%. Yeah, you know what? I'd give this, like I said, a 4 out of 5. It's a good beer, but this body is very disappointing to me. And like I said, I love Trillium. I love what Trillium does. I've had the regular PM Dawn before. Never had any of the variants. I know they have a coconut one out and whatnot, but yeah, this one kind of is just a miss for what I'm reading on the label and what my palate perceived. Overall, you can say I did a poor job because, you know, I did in terms of trying to guess what was in here. But for my palate, I'm happy that, you know, the hype, this is the cool thing about Whodunit beers, mystery beers. The hype plays no role. I had no idea this was Trillium. And now drinking this, I would say I'm a bit disappointed in this one because I love PM Dawn. I shouldn't say I love, I like PM Dawn. I think a beer with a coffee in it and then they're adding cocoa nibs and whatnot, I thought it would be, you know, a bit better, and it's not. 4 out of 5 is a good score, but for something like this, I was hoping it would be a bit bigger and more impactful, and what's in here is not all that impactful. It's just a good drinking stout. I will say this, at 9%, this is a scary drinkable beer, but that body is totally lacking. So I appreciate Shaun and Mike sending this one my way. I'm very happy that I failed miserably on this one after yesterday doing so well, and even the day before doing well. This one kind of, brings me back down to earth because I pretty much failed on this one, and I'm okay with that. I taste what I taste, whatever. We'll live. We're on to the next one. Anyway, appreciate Shaun and Mike sending me all the Whodunit beers. They've been a lot of fun to do, and I appreciate all of you guys stopping by to check out another Whodunit beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Until the next one, no more Whodunit beers, so who knows when. Cheers.